Here we go. Here we go. We're back at it.
Number one in the division, baby. It's the Truth episode 47. PG and JC about to bring it to you. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody, man? And welcome to the very first episode of The Truth, where not all Eagle fans agree on everything. And this is definitely the spot where this shit about to go down.
Oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only the best, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going.
This is why we started this, because of you. We started this. I'm trying to listen to your, fantasy that you living in right now. Always talking about guaranteeing no until proven otherwise. BS!
I'll be number one, working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah. Fatal like a gun.
Hey, I was pretty close last year thinking, like, we could have easily won those 3 games.
So I gotta get through it, and the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing.
Right? Did not see ourselves those 3 games?
Look, we lost.
Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving.
Yeah,
I put out a start, it's my only medicine, yeah. Everything I do, I'm just being genuine, yeah. I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline, yeah. I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah,
Yo, it's been a
minute. The champs are here.
Yo, it seems like it's been so long ago since the Eagles played. 5 days ago, man. 5 days ago we played, but hey, every Tuesday is the truth. So we're here to break it down a little bit and then definitely get into the upcoming big primetime matchup versus the the Los Angeles Rams, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
It's about to be a showdown up in here, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about it. We definitely gonna get into it, man. Like, hey, shout out to all you guys for checking in with the best show about the Philadelphia Eagles on YouTube, and that's The Truth, because me and JC know how to bring it to you. So, man, I guess we recap the last game real quick, because I feel like we got more time on this next game. It's been so long since the last game. Everybody's kind of already talked about it. Everybody know what it is. I'll just spit out, it was a great win for the Eagles, another division win, against a division opponent. We really showed that we could lock them down, that they weren't on our level yet. Washington's a good football team out there. It was like one of the best teams we played so far this year, record-wise. And I just think, the Eagles did what they had to do. The score shouldn't have been as close as it was, but it is what it is. And, Saquon Barkley, woo! Saquon Barkley is still making his case to be the MVP, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, look, Big Leg Jake, man, he kind of let us down a little bit, you know what I mean? So that's why a lot of these Commander fans out there thinking that they could hang with the Philadelphia Eagles, man, because, man, Jake alone, it cost us 7 points. You know what I mean? Like, this game shouldn't have been a 8-point game. It should have been like a double-digit win. But a win is a win. It is what it is on a short week. Good divisional win. Right now we are 3-0 in the division. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, this is our division to lose. All right. So as long as we stay focused, we should win another division title 2 in 3 years. So, hey, look, hey, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. A lot of games left, though. 7 games remaining. Big one coming up on Sunday night versus a red hot Rams team. So, but Barkley, man, he is making his case for MVP. But like I had told you, man, touchdown wise, the tush push, the brotherly shove is taken away from his stats, But if you didn't hear, he knew that this was going to happen.
Yes.
It was reported that in his contract, he doesn't have a touchdown clause, or if you score this amount of touchdown, you get a bonus. He has like if you reach a certain milestone, rushing wise, if you get to the playoffs, Super Bowl, I mean, all those other clauses, but not rushing touchdown because they knew that brotherly shove, man, any running back that comes here, you better know your place because that brotherly shove is it.
It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. And he was a smart man. He knew about it. He go, I'm going to get my money, but we ain't going to put nothing about them touchdowns. You just think about it, though. If he had those touchdowns, he almost have like 20 touchdowns by now if we gave it to him on the ball, on like the 1 yard line or stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy. Look at him. He's right behind Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry has one more game played. And
Exactly.
Saquon Barkley is right behind him, man. You know, when they take their bye and we get our game to even it out, it's a possibility he could be the leading rusher in the NFL. So keep doing what you're doing, Saquon. I hope the MVP voters do not just look at the touchdowns, because he is more than just touchdowns on his football team. When we need a spark, he goes out there, he handles his business, and he puts the team on his back. Like last game, he got to that one point where it's like, okay, bam, give the ball to Saquon. He took care of business. We win the game. So that's what I like to see about him. He's definitely one of the closing running backs in the NFL, man.
Hey, before I continue, man, shout out to all those that's watching right now. What's up, Richard? What's going on? What up, Eddie? Jake from State Farm, all the way from Hawaii. What's up?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. What's up, D. Aldridge?
D. Aldridge in the building.
Appreciate you, my guy. Hey, look, I hope the voters look at this. Would the Philadelphia Eagles be 8-2 if did not have Saquon, compared to would the Baltimore Ravens be 7-3, I believe?
10-4.
Wait, is it 3 or 4?
I thought it was 4.
No, the Commanders are 4, but the Ravens had lost, 0-2, and then they kind of went on a run. But however you look at it, I really feel like that without Saquon Barkley, that the Philadelphia Eagles probably would have lost a couple more games, maybe sitting at 6-4 possibly, but definitely, that's how you should determine MVP. How valuable is this guy on this team? If you take him away, how good is this team? So that's how I think they should look at it. And plus, he's going to have the rushing stats, right? In double-digit touchdowns, like pushing 20 touchdowns. So I mean, but
now his stats saying he can go over 2,000, break AP MVP year numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I think for sure, I think he can still get like a good 7 more touchdowns in the rest of the season. So as long as he does that, I think, that's going to put him over the double digits, and that should give him consideration, especially since if he goes over 2,000 yards rushing, if he goes, over, 2,500 scrimmage yards, who knows what he can do, with these, we got 7-8 games left. Yeah. Shout out to all you guys. Hey, we're from Facebook. Don't forget, we see you out there. Thanks for the love, with the Nights podcast. Love you guys for checking in on all social media platforms. So I think Saquon's going to be MVP. Eddie says right now it has Hurts at 4 in terms of odds for MVP, and Barkley's at number 8. So he's 8 down the pecking order in terms of MVP. So I don't know, man. I still think he can get it. I still think we got a lot of time left. We'll see what he does moving forward here.
We do, but look, I'm gonna keep it 100. If Josh Allen continue playing the way he's playing with this team that he got, right, this young team, right, when they traded away Stephon Diggs, right, people's like, what are y'all doing? Oh my God, they're about to go sign this big name free agent. They never did until a couple weeks ago. They traded for Amari Cooper, but this Buffalo team, that Josh Allen has carried this team. This young, no-name wide receiver, right? The tight end ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? A Cook and Josh Allen. That's all it is.
He's out too. He came out. He hurt.
Yeah, I mean, so I think is right now, if I would be my top 5, right? I'm not going to go past 5. Number 1 is Josh Allen. I gotta give Josh number 1. Number 2, I gotta put Lamar up there. All right, I'm going to give. I gotta put Lamar up there.
Okay.
Number 3, I have to put Joe Burrow, man, on a losing team. This dude, it's not his fault. His defense stinks. His defense just straight up stinks, but his numbers, he's in the clutch. I mean, this dude got almost 30 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, bro. And his team is butt. Like, if you have a middle of a pack defense, yo, the Bengals are like maybe 2 lost teams.
Yeah.
So I got to put Joe Burrow at least consideration, because without him, man, it might be 0-16, 0-17.
They messed up by trading away Mixon. That was their problem.
Yeah,
I know Brown, the twin of our Brown.
Look, their offense is scoring. They're scoring on offense. Their defense can't stop nothing. They're a top 10 offensive team. So they just can't stop anybody. So number 4, I might have to put Saquon up there at number 4, and number 5, Derrick Henry. So those are my 5 MVPs right now. 3 quarterbacks, 2 running back, just based on what they're literally doing for their team.
My 5 would definitely be a little different. I gotta give.
So you have AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts.
We ain't going there. I do say I will give you the Josh Allen thing. Josh Allen is balling out of control, man. He's doing with his legs, his arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting everybody the ball over there. He's spreading it around. He's made some mistakes too. I think a lot of the quarterback play so far in terms of MVP, none of these quarterbacks are really like super MVP candidates in terms of like, yes, some numbers are big, but they're making mistakes. They're not playing clean football. They turn over the ball in crucial situations. Even watching that Chiefs-Bills game, you see a back-to-back interceptions. Patty Mahomes throwing an interception to nobody, and then you see Josh Allen come back and do the same thing. So I'll give him the nod right now for the number 1 guy for MVP right now.
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen. But I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna say Saquon Barkley number 2, man. Like, I know it's a running back game, and I am a homer, but it's like this guy is like, he's taking our team to that next level we've been waiting to go to. You know what I'm saying? He's taking our team to that next level we've been waiting to go to. We've been a playoff team for the last 4 years.
But we also was 10-1 too last year without Saquon.
Yeah, we were 10-1 too, but was it looking as nice as it look now? I'm pretty sure in that 10-1, situation, we didn't have like 2-3 games where we were having to backups play in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of dominance on offense, that type of security on offense, like we do this year, as opposed to last year. Last year we were like, should we have won that game? Should we have won that game? We barely won that game. And we've had some games where we can feel pretty confident and pretty, legit on game day for the Philadelphia Eagles this year. So, I will say Saquon Barkley number 2. I'm gonna have to give you the reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson. Even though he didn't play the best of games last week, he's still that dude. He's still that man. He's putting up some big numbers, like passing the ball, which is like something that's like crazy. It's like he's starting to see him really develop as a passer, and I really like seeing that with the so-called running quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? You finally see these guys. These guys are all taking that next step of becoming a better quarterback. I'll have to give them that. But then after that, after Lamar, I'm going to have to give it to Jay Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Because since the bye week, Jalen hasn't really turned over the ball. He's had back-to-back games of 4 touchdowns, something that no quarterback's ever done. I think that's what it was, or hasn't done in a long time. Jalen Hurts is still a winner. Jalen Hurts still don't lose very many football games. He's out there leading our team, making plays with his feet and his arm when he needs to, dropping dimes when he needs to, So I'm going to put my boy Jay Hurts. That is my homer pick. And then number 5, you can go. It's a toss up between Burrows and Derrick Henry, because either one of those guys can get that 5th spot.
All right, I mean, it is what it is, but I just feel like that Jalen Hurts, he's playing great, but you also have this dude named Saquon Barkley. He get us down to the 1, and Jalen Hurts get us in the end zone for that that little 2-inch push. Tush, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I mean, it's a good problem to have, right? When you have multiple guys on your team playing outstanding and are the reason why your team is winning and not losing. So it's definitely, a good problem to have. So let's go on the defensive side, because I feel like that we could have 2, 2 defense player of the year and rookie defense player of the year. You know what I mean?
Are we giving out food? Okay, we're giving out food.
Right. So give me your top, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say the whole league because I don't watch every game.
The best linebacker in the game is Zach Bond. He's the best. You know,
Fred
he's
Warner.
better than Warner. He's
Well,
better than
no,
all
he's
these
not
other
better
cats
than Warner.
out there.
He's not better than Warner. See, you're a homer. Stop. He's not better than
Hold on. I'm
Warner.
saying as of this year, he's playing better than every other linebacker in the game right now. And I'm not saying total career.
Raekwon Smith, too, even better than Raekwon. Raekwon is averaging 15, 18 tackles a game.
Yeah. So is Bond, baby. Bond making it happen out there. And he got some picks and some sacks, you know what I'm saying? So I'm giving the Bond, you know, right now, he's on pace. I don't know if they give him a defensive player of the year, and I won't even go that far. I was about to go that far and be excited. But if he continues playing at the rate that he's playing, and he can get a couple more sacks here and there, he can get a couple of picks here and there, he has an opportunity to be defensive player. I'm not going to say he is that guy right now, but he has an opportunity, which is something, you know, you got to look at like kind of like the MVP thing, like what he's doing for this defense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's changing the whole dynamic of this defense. We were lackluster, you know, to be fair at the linebacker position for years. You know what I'm saying? This guy's doing stuff with this defense, and we got a guy like, you know, Nakobe Dean playing good ball too alongside of him. But he is a very special cat out there doing his thing, and it's just because he came from the special team side of the ball, you know, situational pass rusher side of the ball, to become a full-time middle linebacker and be playing the way he did. Hey, shout out to Vic Fangio for finding that diamond in the rough, because he found one, and this guy's balling out, and we definitely need to go re-sign him ASAP. Now, in terms of defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year, you know, our boy Quenya, our boy Quenya.
Your boy? Nah,
our
man.
boy.
I don't want you to say
it's our boy. It's our boy now. Okay, we in week what? 11. It's our boy now.
I betted a whole jersey that he was going to start.
I said even when we made the bet,
that's how confident I was.
After week 8 or 9, you can start these rookies. That's what I said. So we passed that now. So now it's our boy. It's our boy now. Q Guantanamo Bay. Q. Look at this lockdown, man. Look at the names this guy done shut down. You know, as a rookie, you know, we can't even say this stuff about Slay. We can't say this stuff about no other cornerback in the game right now. He has 0 touchdowns on him, and nobody's even gotten over 50 yards on this guy. 0 touchdowns and no 50 yards. How is that even possible for a rookie to come in this league and be that control? Like, I would love to see more interceptions. I think that's the only thing stopping him from being like a, you know, defensive player of the year right now. Because imagine if he had like 5 interceptions right now, they will be screaming defensive player of the year right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But since he doesn't have it, he got a big donut right there. You can't even say nothing about that. But like I said, the same thing with Saquon though, because Saquon don't have the touchdowns, he don't have the interceptions, but he is still, if he continues locking everybody down the rest of this, and we're going to talk about it because he got a great matchup this week. This week is going to be a great challenge for him. Even though he's unlocked out some good ones, these two that we're about to go, they both just had, you know, 100 yards apiece last week. You know what I'm saying? These guys are lights out. You know what I'm saying? Double Dragons up in the building. You know what I'm saying? So if he continues this little streak of not giving up no touchdowns and not even giving up 50 yards, you're going to have to say that's a defensive player of the year. Definitely defensive rookie of the year, but think about it overall. Remember when what's the boy name from the Jets? Revis Island came out. Revis still gave up some touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, Revis was the man, but he still gave up some touchdowns. If this boy does not give up 50 yards and he does not give up a touchdown the rest of the season, you got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. Because that's lockdown. That's lockdown more than we've even ever imagined. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't even know a cornerback that didn't give up 50 yards and a touchdown within the whole season.
I mean, the stats are a little misleading, man. You know what I mean?
A little misleading?
Yes, the stats are a little misleading because it's not like the whole game. Because, hey, last time I checked, hey, Mike Evans had a touchdown and over 80 yards.
Not on him?
Okay, all right, but the thing is this. All right, so just because, look, I go to his side, I run a couple routes, boom, I go to the other side. like we kind of, you know.
Listen, okay, I see where you're trying to take this. Because now you trying to slight my boy.
Oh,
you know, my boy. Are you trying to slight
that's
my
why we
boy?
got in a jersey because that's not your boy.
He doesn't play him the whole game.
But like I'm saying, look.
I'm saying like this. Even if it's not Mike Evans, you look at that team too. They have Galladay and Mike Evans. Neither one of them scored a touchdown on them.
Well, he don't play the slot. I mean, that's a problem. You know what I mean? So look, a lot of these guys are in the slot. Okay, so like the CD Lamb, he's more in the slot. You know what I mean? Galladay, no, what's his name? Man, he was having a good season too for the Bucks. Godwin, yeah, he's in the slot too. So like a lot of these guys are in the slot. But look, I'm not trying to say anything bad about him. What I'm trying to say is this: when y'all said that he locked these people down, I mean, look at their stats throughout the whole game and how many times he was lined up against them. But that's what I'm saying. But he has to have a couple of interceptions, like I had told you before, to even win rookie of the, defense rookie of the year. Defense player of the year, I really think right now is a top 3, is a race to the top 3, possibly 4, because of a Verse. Is Verse a rookie? A Verse? Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. So he's a rookie. There's a defensive back from the Rams. He's leading rookies in interceptions. Defensive back.
Really?
For the Rams.
He was fifth in Verse.
Whoever that defensive back is for the Rams.
Tackle versus the edge rusher.
Well, there's a DB that the Rams got. That's a rookie, and he's leading rookies in interceptions.
Okay.
So, and then you still have, Bond and Raekwon Smith and, your Fred Warner, to me, he's not in it. But once again, it's a good problem to have that we are able to talk about. Hey, we got guys that are in the runnings for these accolades, even though they are individual accolades, but still it makes us like, damn, how is this defense so good? How is this offense so good? Because you got firepower on both sides. So the Philadelphia Eagles, look, listen to these stats real quick. All right. So if you like numbers, the Philadelphia Eagles have played 10 games. Mm-hmm. They have given 2,731 yards total. Yards, 2,731. The next team has given up 2,780. That's the Tennessee Titans. All right. So the yards per game is 273 yards a game, which is the least, in the NFL. Passing yards, they only giving up 1,732. So I mean, these are some elite numbers, but we are about to get tested this upcoming Sunday. All these numbers are about to get put to the test this upcoming Sunday because this is a good matchup. If we could match up good with the Rams, with their 2 wide receivers, with a good running back in Kyren Williams, a veteran, a quarterback in Matthew Stafford, a decent tight end, that offense is not no joke at all. If we could hold them to like 17 and below, then we could hold anybody for the rest of the season. We might not even lose another game for the rest of the season because I feel like this is probably one of the best offenses that we go up against that we got left on our schedule.
Yeah, look at these numbers, man. Net yards allowed, number 1 with 211. Yep. Yards play allowed, 3.7 first. Sacks, 22 first. Points allowed, 13.8 second. Takeaways, 11 with third. Yeah, this defense right now is looking really damn good, really dominating. And it could base the question: are they better than the 22 defense?
I told you that. Didn't we talk about that last week or no?
Really?
No, that's a debate I was having at work. I was telling someone this at work a couple of days ago. This is a well-rounded defense than we had the year we went to the Super Bowl. The year we went to the Super Bowl, we was depending on the front getting sacks. That's why we lost the Super Bowl. Yeah. Because 0 sacks, 0 wins, right? You know what I mean? So we was depending on our front getting to the quarterback. If they didn't get to the quarterback, we had no shot in the back, even though it was pretty good in the secondary, but it was a lot of opportunities that was happening with Chauncey Gardner, with the batted balls in the air. Oh my God, here we go. Like getting to the quarterback. Historic defense as far as sack wise, but not historic defense as far as yards allowed. You know what I mean? So that's so now that's a difference. And now our secondary is actually young, fast, and you can rely on them not to give up the yards, even though our front is really not dominating, like we did in 2022, but they're still, generating enough pressure to help the secondary out. But the secondary is definitely much better than the 2022 right now. If you put this secondary on that offense in the Super Bowl, we winning. We winning. The Chiefs are not scoring 30 points on us. The Chief is not.
Saying that though, right? You got to think of one thing when they say that though. That year, Bradbury was an All-Pro and Slay was a Pro Bowler. Can we say that we have an All-Pro and Pro Bowler on our defensive secondary right now?
But I don't. Okay, they were All-Pro and Pro Bowler because of the pressure that the front was generating. Because like they didn't have to lock down these guys down for 5-6 seconds, right? Because it was hike the ball, boom, you on your back. 70 sacks? Yo, that's ridiculous. We had 5 guys with double-digit sacks on this team. So that's unheard of. So that's the reason why, right? If you don't have to lock down as much, of course, the ball is not getting thrown your way. And then when it does get thrown your way, you fresh because, hey, you have been tested all game anyway. So I think that was a little bit, overblown also, because when we did go against great quarterbacks or good enough quarterbacks, we was giving up some yards, especially on Slay's side a little bit. You know what I mean? In the middle too. So, but overall, this secondary right here is way better. Like I would say about 25% better than the one that went to Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, I just think in terms of being better, like you said, it's a more complete team. Like you said, we don't have to rely on the sacks, even though we're first in sacks still. It's more of a normal first. That was a historical first in sacks. This is more like a normal season first in sacks. 22 sacks. All right. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting those 7
week 6 though. See, that's what week 6 because the first 4 or 5 weeks, man, we only had 6 sacks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's more balanced. We got better linebacker play for one. And we got a younger secondary. That I think is really the biggest difference too. Like, we still got who played that year? CJ, Blankenship, Slay, and Maddox and Bradbury. So now you replace Bradbury and Maddox with 2 young first-round talents and Quinyon Mobe and Cooper Dejean up in the building. We ain't gave that boy no love yet, too. That boy is balling out. Like, he actually has a better coverage rate. Because you talk about the slot, he plays the slot. And he's been playing the slot unbelievably, and he's been on the return game. So let's give Cooper a little love right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's look, I could say it without shaking at all, with all confidence in the world, that Cooper Dejean, he's probably the best nickel corner in the NFL right now. Like the way he shadowed Jamar Chase that one game. Like Jamar, like he was going back and forth like this. And then to have the speed to close in after he caught the ball and to make that tackle. I mean, that's a defensive back that's trying to guess where the receiver is going to go. And then they was trying to move him around before they flicked that 4th and 2, and then he still lost yards. Yeah, he's young, he's fast, but he's a natural corner, though. See, that's what we forgetting. This dude is, he could play safety, he could play outside, he could play inside, he could play it all. Put him whatever, position you want, he could play it because he's a smart guy. You know what I mean? Once again, Big Ten guy. I saw him, play, against Penn State. You know what I mean? So I had my eyes on him, but he was also hurt too. So, and that was the question. is he healthy enough? So that's why his draft stock, slipped from the first round to the second round because he was injured. So, but hey, look, hey, and without a doubt, he might make the Pro Bowl as a nickel corner.
Yeah. And if he does that, do you ever put him outside though? I feel like he's more of a weapon inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't move him.
Yeah.
Not, even if there's no third wide receiver on the field, he could cover your tight end. But also you could just have him roaming, right? You know what I mean? Like you could just have, blitz off the edge. He could do it all. You know what I mean? Like this guy is one of those rare breed. And maybe one day, hey, we might be talking about that he's even better than Keon Mitchell.
Ooh. I would say, when I think about slot cornerbacks, I always the first name to come to mind, especially for the Philadelphia Eagles, is Brandon Boykins.
Oh, Boykins, yeah.
Boykins was like the best slot corner in the league, right? And remember that 1 year after he did it for so many years, that 1 year they tried to pay him and put him on the outside. He was trash.
He was too small.
Like, you don't mess around with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't mess with that. And I think that Brandon Boykins went to the Pro Bowl as that, slot cornerback. And I think if he is that guy, he does go to Pro Bowl. We just keep him there forever. You know what I'm saying? Because that will be a dynamic, lineup moving forward. Because I do think this might be Slade's last year. And I do think that if we re-sign Rogers Camardi, not Rogers Camardi, Rogers Senior.
Yeah, Isaiah Rogers,
he can move out to that other, cornerback spot. Or even
Ringo.
Ringo. I mean, you guys battle it out and see who wins the battle. Right now, obviously, Rogers is winning the battle because he get more PT out there. But either one of those cats with Dejean in a slot and then a Quignon on the outside, you ain't got no problems for years to come because all those cats are young. You got a good secondary for the next 5 years. And the more they play together, the better they'll be. And the better they'll be, because we got another guy in Blankenship who's young too, who's I'm calling him Mr. Clutch.
He signed a 1 year deal though, so he's about to get paid.
We got to resign Blank. I wasn't even on board with resigning him at first. I was like, Sidney Brown, but this guy's
we got Sidney Brown.
This guy's clutch. Like Sidney might take over for CJGJ. You know what I'm saying? Because what kind of contract he got? 3 or 2?
Cool. But look, the thing is, hey, you need depth though, man. You need depth. You see Vic Fangio, how he's using these guys. Look, like man, I close my eyes, man, open it, man, Maddox is on the field. For what? I don't know. Like, it's just like the fact that he using these guys in different packages, just once in a blue moon. But we need that. So we don't. Brown, this is going to be his second season, right? Or third season.
Second season.
Okay, so I mean, and we got these guys for the next 2-3 years minimum. Our whole secondary, I mean, even Slade's going, of course, but with the Rogers. Well, Rogers is on a 1 year deal, but with Ringo, I mean, hey, look, and the draft is
you don't have to resign none of them because you got enough depth right now to just let the depth develop. It's basically.
I still think that you don't have that much depth at corner though, that you need to resign Rogers and then keep Ringo because anything can happen, man. It's a long season, man. You see Trayvon Diggs got hurt, you see Bland getting hurt, and now their depth is like boom, boom, boom. So you need depth, and you need guys that know how to play that position, not just boom.
Don't we still got Job and these cats?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we still got them on team. They just don't play.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
in front of them was way too much to even see him on the field. So I can understand that. But that is still depth, and we still got future drafts, and who knows who'll be available moving forward. But as far as this year, I think our secondary is locked in. So let's get straight into this game, man. We go down to LA. I think they said the Eagles were what? What was it?
I think we were a 3-point favorite. I think.
3-point favorite, but they were saying I think it was 19 and not.
Oh, I haven't heard the stats for that game, but I know
against on the road since 2022. I forgot what I was looking at on Twitter.
I think it's I think All right, so I know what you're talking about, but I did hear that Nick Sirianni, since 2021, had the best road win as a coach. Like we're like 21-4 or something like that.
Something like
you know
that.
what I mean? So that's kind of because we are road warriors, right? You know what I mean? That's what we do. We rise up on the road. Like it's us. Yeah. So 42.
That's the best record in NFC, period.
Yeah, in the NFC. But on the road, we are also good on the road.
Yeah.
But the Rams, though, it seems like every year we play the Rams. And I can recall the last time they beat us.
They did, because I was in LA at that time. Yep.
Yeah. I can recall the last time they beat us, though.
Mm-hmm. They did beat us.
Because even with Carson Wentz, when he tore his ACL, we end up beating them.
To go to the Super Bowl that year. Yeah. That's the year we won the Super Bowl, actually.
And then we beat them last year with Hassan Reddick. And I think the year before, but now this is the most talented team, though, that they had on offense-wise.
On offense, yeah. These guys right here, that's what scares me right there. These two receivers right here, Puka and Cup. Puka Cup. You know what I'm saying? Puka. These guys right here last week, what? One had 120, the other one had 109, scoring touchdowns, both of them. You're looking at 200 yards right there. They're kind of like the duel we got, but they're the same type of receiver as opposed to our duel. We got two opposites, which I think that's what makes our duel better because you got a power receiver, then you got the quick receiver, even though AJ's fast too. But you know what I'm saying? Like you got the shifty receiver, then you got the power receiver. These guys are both shifty. They're both tall as hell. You know what I'm saying? They both catch everything around.
Puka is bigger than Cup.
Yeah, Puka is bigger than Cup, and that's crazy to even think of Cup's a big receiver. So these guys right here, man, tell me, what are you doing if you are Vic Fangio to stop these two?
Well, this is the problem. I really think that Vic Fangio is going to have Cooper DeJean follow whoever is in the slot because Cup Kulana on the outside versus Mitchell, and then you have Puka in a slot just running around. So whoever is in the slot is going to get shadowed by Cooper DeJean. All right. So, but I don't think that Slay's going to travel and Q, he's not going to travel. So they're going to stay, on their side, and we just got to win their own battles. Like the best way to beat this team is to get at Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
To get at Matthew Stafford because he's going to give you opportunities now.
Yes.
He's going to give you opportunities. So just get pressure up in the middle, up in his face, and get to him. Because Puka and Cup scares me the most out of any duo because you are correct. They are shifty. They are the same type of receiver. And, they are battle tested too, man. Even though, yes, they've both been injury prone, but, man, they could catch anything that come their way. Like, they're not afraid to get hit. I mean, there are some physical wide receivers, man. And they have continuity with that quarterback too, man, because they've been together for the past couple of years.
Yeah, I didn't even know that cat was Puka a rookie last year, right?
Yep, Puka was
who the hell is this guy named Puka? You know what I'm saying? That's out there balling every single Sunday, man. He made us forget about Cup for a little bit. Like Cup's on the team still, because Puka's out there balling so hard, man. And the fact that now the Cup's back healthy again, you got both of these cats out there together, man. Together doing their thing. Last week, now I was watching that Rams game just because I knew we played them next, and I did not like the way that they were getting open so easily. I don't forget who did they just play, but that defense was getting.
They play the Patriots.
Yeah, I noticed it's just the Patriots, but their defense was getting shredded by these two guys. I remember wide open touchdown because that's how smooth. See, that's the thing about both of these cats. Not only are they big and rangy or whatever, but they both run dynamic routes. You know what I'm saying? Like they both are good route runners to the point where you're going to have to stay in a pocket the whole game. This is going to be the biggest challenge for our young guns right now. And Slay, he can't be giving up nothing either. And we're going to also need, because I noticed one thing about our receiving game, we need CJ GJ to ball out too this week because when he is kind of not playing up to his abilities, our passing game kind of does look a little suspect. Not saying it's going Q or whoever, but whether it's helping out Slayer, helping out Q, or whatever, like it seemed like there's more passing yards in the air when he's not playing up to his standard. So last week he was playing up to his standard again. He's played up to the standard a couple games this year, but if he's not playing up to the standard, this is the week that we cannot have CJ not playing up to standard, because he is great, at helping out over the top. And I don't think the Young Bucks really gonna need it as much as a Slay, because I do feel like Slay is still nursing that injury, because he talked about it again when he was on the facility earlier. He can play a little longer because his hamstring. I think he is still nursing that, or worried about that a little bit. So we're gonna need to make sure our safeties are there for support. I don't really, Blankenship does a great job. What I'm saying, he's consistently good, and whenever he has a bad game, he's kind of like Hurts. If he does mess up and give up a touchdown, guess what? He's coming back with an interception. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of the things where you don't want to see him get scored on, but if he does, you're looking for that interception to come up right behind it. So, I think, we got the secondary to stop these guys. They don't have Higbee like they used to have back in the day. Higbee, that good tight end to go, get the extra.
He hurt.
Yeah, he hurt. So since they don't got Higbee, it's going to be up to the Puka. And I don't think they have Van Jefferson either, because he's on Pittsburgh. So those are really the two guys.
Yeah, they got Puka. They got Cup. They got Tutu Atwell. They got Obi Parkinson. That's a tight end. They got DeMarcus Robinson. And yeah, so that's basically their wide receiver core. Last game, Matthew Stafford was 18 for 27 for 295 with 4 touchdowns and 0 picks. But out of those 18 completions, 13 of them went to Puka and Cup. All right, 10 targets for Cup, 9 targets for Puka, 2 for Tutu, 1 for Parkinson, and then 4 for Robinson. So that's your bread and butter right there, man. Like, if you could neutralize those, not completely shut them down, but just make Matthew Stafford hold on to the ball, because a lot of his throws are quick throws, like to the outside, to a quick slant and stuff like that. And then yak yards after that. Puka had 123 receiving yards out of 7 receptions, and Cup had 106, 2 touchdowns out of 6 receptions. So that's 17 yards a piece average every time they catches the ball. So that means to tell you that when they catches the ball, they catch it with stride. Perfect placement, and they are gone with the ball. So yak is going to be important. Tackle, but this team, the Eagles has been a lot better since the bye week with tackling, right?
Yes,
when they got rid of those little tackling, whatever there was tackling, and then start tackling a human being in practice, right? Practice, boom, boom. Hey, we actually been, tackling better. Like, there's no yak after the catch. Boom. Like, even Chauncey Gardner, hit some guy hard against the Dallas Cowboys. Like, he set the tone, off the top. So this is what this game is going to be about. Miss opportunities. Who missed tackles, right? Who, if the ball is on the ground, who's going to recover first? Tip passes, right? Put your hands up. If you can't get to Matthew Stafford, put your hands up and make them, bat the ball in the air. We know how this team played. We just played them last season, for Christ's sake. It's not like it's been 10 years. We play them almost every year, it seems like, just like the 49ers and Dallas Cowboys play almost every year, it feels like, right? It seems like the Rams is our 49ers, right? It seems like we always playing them every 3-4 years. But definitely, man, this game right here is all about opportunities. It's not about to play hero ball. Gang tackle, you see a guy, go get him, because yak yard, 17 yards a catch.
Woo!
17 yards a catch. That's a first down guarantee every time.
Every catch.
Long game. If you get on the field, this is not going to be the game that you've been doing break. Not on these boys.
Hell no. You better not play that shell of soft-ass defense. You better not play that shell of soft-ass defense. That would be horrible. I really hate that. That would be not good at all. What I'm saying? But like you said, when we're talking about those MVP or defensive players, we forgot to mention one guy, because I think he is the key to this game. What's up, Rob from the Twitter side? Shout out to all you all on Twitter, because y'all out there doing big numbers over there on Twitter. So make sure y'all hit that like on Twitter and come over to Facebook. Come over to YouTube if you can. Go hit that like over there. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to us, because y'all definitely doing big things over there on X.
What up, Dallas Cowboy fan since 1980?
Yeah, Dallas Cowboy fan.
All right, you've seen a couple of Super Bowls. All right. You've seen a few of them.
A couple, but he is definitely watching other podcasts besides Dallas podcast right now, because the Dallas Cowgirls suck. And you know what I'm saying? And they are definitely, salute to you, my guy, because I love you, but your team is trash. And I know what y'all doing. Y'all tanking for Sanders. Y'all taking for both Sanders. Y'all want the dad and the son. And I know
that's impossible, man.
Y'all about to tank for both of them.
Yo, that would be like.
Why they did not firing their coach? Because they want him to ride out the rest of the year so they can fire him at the end of the season. So then they can go ahead and hire Dejean, and then Dejean can draft his son.
Nah, man, that would be the most dumbest thing that Jerry Jones have
Did
ever
the Eagles tank for Carson Wentz?
Yo, he just signed. No, but not Dak Prescott contract. They just signed Dak Prescott the day the season started. And now you're going to try to what?
What up, Hitman?
He has a no trade clause. So what you going to do? Cut him?
Yeah.
Eat over $100-something million?
The Eagles did it. The Eagles did it. That's why they didn't sign nobody this year. You know what I'm saying? They didn't sign nobody this year. The team was trash. And the Eagles did. Listen, if you look at the history of quarterbacks that were good for their franchises that got traded, think of McNabb, think of Carson Wentz, think of all these cats that even got the big payday and then the next year they're out. Why wouldn't he? You know what I'm saying? Like the Eagles did it with Carson Wentz, the Eagles did it with Donovan McNabb. Before we signed them all to Washington Commanders or whatever, the Redskins at the time, we gave them a fat contract. And then we signed them all. You know what I'm saying? It's respect from your organization to give you your money, but still kick your ass out. So I do believe that they're tanking for the both Sanders, okay? You know what I'm saying? They want Dejean. You know, Jerry Jones loved Deion Sanders. You know, he wants Dejean to come there. And Dejean already said his players should only play for like 5 teams. I think it was the Cowboys, the Eagles, Atlanta, New York, and then some of the Ravens or some shit like that. So there's only 5 teams him or Hunter can play for. And I do believe that the Cowgirls are taking to get him, because look at it now. They're 3-7?
Yeah, 3-7.
If you take out the rest of the season, you're gonna have a top 10.
No, they're not gonna lose against the Panthers, the Giants with
they can.
Nah, man. Nah.
They don't have a quarterback. So they can lose against them. They can lose against them. They have no quarterback now. Cooper Rush is trash.
Cooper Rush is good enough to win you 3 games this next 7. Yo, I promise you that. Yo, Cooper Rush will win 3 games. 3. Look, they're not gonna lose out because their defense may not be that great, but they still have a lot of talent on the defensive side, right? So
yeah, the offense ain't putting up no points.
Come on, but
I talked to Dejean a couple of days ago. He's happy and blessed in Colorado. Yeah, I bet you he's saying that now because he's in Colorado.
Yeah.
If Jerry Jones open up that checkbook.
But see, the problem is this:
do you think that Jerry Jones' ego?
But do you think that Jerry Jones' ego would allow a personality like Deion Sanders to steal the spotlight away from him? That's why he got rid of Jimmy Johnson and the Parcells and all them people right there. Jerry Jones want like a Mike McCarthy, not shiny, a guy that ain't nobody's gonna be like, oh my God, we gotta go talk to Mike. Nah, he wants a spotlight, and Deion was still a spotlight every game. Deion,
exactly, but Jerry Jones knows that though. He's had these non-flashy coaches that ain't did shit for him. He ain't been to a Super Bowl in some years. Remember what happened when Jerry Jones wanted to go back to the Super Bowl game? What did he do? He went and traded for Deion Sanders to come bring him a chip. Deion came, they got a chip. It's going to be all over again. They ain't win no chip. I ain't going to say all that. But it's going to be the same feeling. Jerry's old. He's seen now. So that's the last thing he remembers about Deion Sanders. When I got him last time, I won a Super Bowl. So maybe if I get him again and bring his little son on too, Bring a little son on too. And if they can work some magic, guess what? Trade Michael Parsons for another first-round pick. Get back in that first and get your boy Travis Hunter. Now you got Hunter and Shenault on the Cowgirls with pair up with Lamb. I'm telling you,
that's too much drama, man.
And that's too much. And I'm not even a Cowgirl fan. Listen, and I'm not even a Cowgirl fan, but I can see it happening right now in the future. Because if I was Jerry, right,
I'll be know for a fact that Jerry does not like to give up draft picks, right? He doesn't like to trade. You trade Michael Parsons. Look, imagine this. Don't you think Jerry is looking at the Giants right now and say, damn, they let Saquon go to the Eagles. Imagine if Jerry trade, let's just say Micah Parsons, right, to whatever team, right? But then Micah don't want to sign a contract. He become a free agent. And now imagine Micah coming to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles or not, Eagles fans, like it or not, that boy's gonna be an Eagle regardless if he gotta crawl or beg his way to be called Howie personally. But I just want to play for you guys. You see this guy in every damn podcast giving us so much love. So people call him not a team player and not a player you want on your team. But I say, go get the boy. He's one of the best defensive players ever, for one. And for two, he doesn't want to play for the Cowgirls. He want to be an Eagle. He been wanting to be an Eagle since the boy had underwear on when he was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I'm not telling you no weird shit. But the boy always Penn State. He's from the area. He wants to be in Philly. He loves everything that Howie does. Every time Howie makes a move, he's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is this real? I can't believe the league let this happen.
Michael Parsons is keeping me updated on the Eagles moves.
Come on now. That's the Eagle. He's gonna be an Eagle, man, for sure. I guarantee it. Like whether it's next year or the year after or whenever the hell you want to, because you gotta realize they paid Dak. They did not pay Parsons. Yeah,
they paid Dak, CD, and Parsons is next.
And they did not play Parsons, which means it's the same thing the Giants did. They paid Daniel food stamps, and they did not pay Saquon. Okay. And that's what he's going to do. He's like, oh, you don't want to pay me? I'm going to the rival squad, the Eagles. And that will help our pass. Think about next year, right? You got Huff coming back. You sign Sweat's gonna be done at the end of this year. Sweat's having a great year. Don't get me wrong. I told you guys, Sweat is still that dude. He's having a good year this year. But you replace these guys. BG's leaving. You replace these guys with a Michael Parsons. Now your defense just got unbelievable. So that's what I'm hoping to happen. Super chat. Bing, bing, bing. Ding, ding, ding. Salute to the $5 super chat. He said, "Sup, fellas? If we end up playing the Lions in the end, how do you think we slow them down? Also, any chance Detroit drops a few games down the stretch?"
All right. Yeah, I can take this one
first.
Yeah. So as far as the Detroit Lions schedule goes, right? Real quick. The Detroit Lions have about 7 games left. All right, they play the Packers, a divisional game. The Bills, a good game, right? The 49ers and the Vikings. Those right there are not going to be easy games for them. So you got the Packers, Bills, 49ers, and Vikings. And then you got the Bears in there twice, the Bears, and then the Colts, right? So I see them at least dropping 2 games right there, maybe between the Bills. I think the Bills could beat them. And I definitely think because and the 49ers could beat them. I definitely think the 49ers, if they get healthy, that they could beat them easy. So I definitely think those are the 2 games that's going to be on my radar that they might drop. But as far as if we play them to go to the Super Bowl, an NFC championship game, we have the same amount of firepower as the Detroit Lions does. But the problem is our defense is better than the Detroit Lions. So we could run the ball. We could throw the ball. We got a tight end and Goddard. We got 2 tight ends, Grant Calcaterra and Goddard. You could put on the field at the same time. You got A.J. Brown, Smitty, and then you got Saquon, and you got a quarterback that could keep your defense that's not that good on the field, right? I mean, so like this matchup to me, it will be one of those grinded out games, like a 21-17 time game, because both teams are going to try to keep the opposing offense off the field. But it's going to come up to who got the better defense, and defense win championships, man. Shoot, hey, we lost because we didn't have a defense in the Super Bowl. So defense win championship. So that's my, my foresee of that game.
Okay, so can they slip coming down here? I think they, like you said, there are some games that they definitely can slip on, and I'm praying that they do, because I want to be the number 1 seed, baby. You know what I'm saying? I think the Eagles, this is their stretch. I think this next 3 games is their stretch. Of course, you got a rival games, because we do got to play the Commanders again. Even though we beat them last time, you never know with these divisional games. Are they going to let the Eagles, sweep the whole division? Because that's what we're looking like. We're going to sweep the whole division right now. I don't know.
We got the Rams, the Ravens, and Steelers the next 4 games. Rams,
so now you're looking at
Steelers.
We got to handle our business, eat the food that's on our tray with the Rams, because that could still a toss-up game. Like, I'm not even going to say we're going to go blow these guys out or anything like that. We're going to go dominate these guys because, like I said, it's up to these young bucks and Slay to stop the Double Dragons over there until we're Coop and Puka. If we can do that, then I feel comfortable, moving forward. But the Ravens, that's a whole nother beast right now. You know what I'm saying? I do love the way Jordan Davis is playing, stopping the run. So I think that is another big thing. Him and Jalen Carter have been playing some good ball up front, Marlon and all the DTs, because that's what you're going to need to stop the Ravens in their run game, because that run game's dynamic. You know what I'm saying? I do think we can lock down the Zay Flowers. I do think we can lock down Unlikely, Andrews, and any of those other receivers that they got. But it's their run game that really fears me, because I don't think we've been against a run game that dynamic this whole year. So that would be a challenge for us, to go ahead and beat that. So we got to worry about that game. Then you said who we got after that? Who we got after the Ravens?
We had the Panthers.
Okay.
And then we got the Steelers.
Panthers ain't shit.
And then the Commanders.
The Panthers ain't shit. I ain't worried about the Panthers at all.
Steelers and Commanders.
But the Steelers is another hot team right now.
Yeah.
The city of Pittsburgh right now, Pennsylvania right now, got 2 division leading teams. And that's the Eagles and that's the Steelers. And the Steelers got some great football players on that defensive side of football. Talk about Watts, Hayward, those cats. Queen, I think, is over there now too. Queen's over there in Pittsburgh. And then Russ is giving us vibes of the, what was it, 2017 Russ, when they won a Super Bowl. That's when the last time the Seahawks won a Super Bowl was 2017, something like that. Russ is giving me those Super Bowl Russ vibes right now, because I didn't even expect this cat. I thought it's going to be, what the boy named from Chicago? Fields. I thought it was going to be his team moving forward. And I don't even think he had a losing record. I think even when he got pulled, he was winning. He had a winning record. Yeah, he's like 4-2. But Russ is a better quarterback than Fields. Fields more athletic, obviously, but Russ is a better quarterback, and he's showing it. He's been having some really good games lately. He's been putting numbers up. Then they traded for Mike Williams from the Jets because he didn't do nothing on the Jets. But everybody know Mike Williams is a beast. Another big physical receiver. Pickens can catch everything around. Anywhere you put the ball, that boy can catch it. They got a good tight end over there, and that running game, they got a 2-headed monster over there with Najee Harris and what the other boy name is. I forgot his name right now, but their running backs are
Warren. Yeah,
Warren. So those are the games right now. If we can make it through there with 1 loss or 0 loss, then we got the NFC. I think we're gonna have the number 1 spot. But this is our gauntlet we're going through right now. The good thing is we got teams like the Panthers in there and Washington again. Even though they could win, I think we're gonna win again. We're gonna sweep them.
Cowboys, the Giants.
Yeah. After that's a wrap. After this little sweep, it's a wrap. So I do think the Eagles can win the division. It's up to Detroit, man. What is the real Detroit Lions? Please stand up. Is this the real team? You know what I'm saying? They're going against teams. They just put 50 points up, but it was real.
We could have put 50 if we stopped playing around on the Jazz, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they're putting up all these big points against teams that aren't contenders, basically. So That's one thing. You gotta look at the fool's gold there. Yes, they are balling now. I do love Ahmad St. Brown because he's from USC, and I'm a USC guy myself. I love him. Jalen Williams, that bull's showing why he should have been a first round pick. Was he a first round pick for the Lions? No, he wasn't. Showing why he should have been a first round pick because he's from Alabama, and that boy's a beast too. He missed a whole year from gambling or whatever, but he's been back ever since he's been back. He's been dynamic out there. Laporta's a really good tight end. You know what I'm saying? A really good tight end out there that balls out. You got to definitely put a hat on him. So, and then they got the doubleheader monster in terms of Gibbs and Montgomery. That running game too with the Lions.
Yeah,
that's another dangerous running game right there. You know, because Gibbs one week is Gibbs, you know, with all the yards and all the touchdowns. The next week is Montgomery with all the yards and touchdowns. You never know who's going to be hot that day. When you got two, you know, good running backs like that. That's why I kind of want to see. Even though I love feeding Saquon, I kind of do want to see another running back. And I know I'm not even hating on Gainwell. Gainwell's done an admirable job, you know, this year. You know, when he got the ball, he's been doing some things. But I feel like it's not the same. A Gainwell and Barkley's not the same as a Gibbs and Montgomery. Even though I think Barkley's better than all those running backs, but that second, you know, the second Gainwell's not as good as basically Montgomery.
We still got Shipley.
What has Shipley done? I was hoping Shipley.
Because he don't get no opportunities. Shoot, at one time he touched the ball, he scored a touchdown, but he got called back.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, I still think, look, with the Ravens wise, man, look, they got the number one offense, by the way. The Ravens got the number one offense, but then the number 26 overall defense because their secondary is 32nd or 31st. Their passing defense is that bad. So the Ravens, like, we could beat the Ravens. You know what I mean? We just got to be, you know, we just got to go against the weakness. You know, just keep them honest, run the ball with Saquon. But the good thing with Saquon is you could throw him the ball also. So that's why it's kind of hard to stack up the box trying to stop him. But I feel confident going against any team if our game plan is correct and not play stupid. You know what I mean? So because this team, both offense and defense, is talented enough to beat any team on any day, like anywhere, because we got the dogs on this team, both offense and defense. Our offensive line is still top 5, maybe the best offensive line in football. Our defensive line is still top 10 defensive line. So our secondary, we already know our secondary is. So, I mean, I feel confident. This is the first year I can say, damn, you know what I mean? Hey, shoot, is the game here yet? And then as the game started going, I'm like, okay, now let's see. All right, we settled down. Now let's get into it. So, but yeah, man, we could be any team.
Hey, but salute to you, JH, for the $5 super chat. But yeah, hopefully we answer your questions as good as we could. You know, but I do think the Detroit can stumble, but I'm not worried about them. I just want the Eagles to keep building momentum because I feel like we're building momentum at the right time. We're still, you know, and to be thinking about it, like Saquon even said, we still haven't played that complete game yet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still building. We're still growing. We're still adapting. So we're winning, but we haven't played the best football yet, which we weren't supposed to at this point. And I do rather see them play a complete game towards the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? Go into the playoffs hot, red hot. Because, you know, Nick Sirianni says what happened last year is not happening this year, guys. We're going to keep the momentum. We're going to keep building. We're going to keep getting stronger. And we're gonna, you know, keep winning football games. So I still what I say at the beginning at 14-3, I still see the 14-3. You know, I'm still sticking to that because I feel like, you know, we could possibly lose a game in this little stretch. We could possibly not lose a game in this stretch. We will see because, like I said, the talent on this roster is better than the year we went to the Super Bowl, and I do believe that we can if everybody keeps focused and stays. You know, keeping the main thing, we can go ahead and win out and win the Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah, I see us about 13-4, man. I really do. I mean, we have 7 games left. I mean, going 5-2 is a great way, you know what I mean, to go into the playoffs. Yeah. But look, we just got to take it one game at a time, man. Like this upcoming game on Sunday night, prime time, under the lights. Man, I hope we wear all black, man. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't think we are because we on the road, so it's got to be probably a white jersey or some green pants or whatever it is.
We change colors on the road too. It depends what the home team wants to wear. So, because they always wear their at home, they always wear those blue and yellow jerseys.
Yeah.
So we can wear whatever color we want.
Yeah.
That what
But
I'm
yeah,
saying?
so I mean, hey, this
Let's
going
get back
to be
to more matchups before we get out of here, man. Let's get back to these matchups. Okay, so we already talked about the main matchup, which is the cornerbacks versus Puka and Cup. You know what I'm saying? What does the offense need to do to really, exploit these guys? Because you say we already said they have 2 defensive player of the years. Okay, what do you call it?
candidate. Yeah.
And versus and Fist on that D line. And then you even said another one, 3, because I didn't even know about the safety or the cornerback that's leading all cornerbacks in interceptions for rookies. So with that being said, what do you think the Eagles have to do on offense?
I mean, hey, we just need to run the ball, man. We need to make this offense go through Saquon Barkley. Yes, I understand we all want to see, Jalen Hurts, cook, as they say, hey, let him cook and all. But at the same time, man, look, hey, there's no shame in running the ball. Like championship teams know how to run the ball, and then you work around that. I mean, you could call 1,000 plays through the run game. You know what I mean? Like RPO is an extension of the run game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like quick screens is also an extension to the run game. So there's a lot of stuff that we could do, but we need to control the clock, right? Yeah, if you try to get in a shootout back and forth, it's not going to end well. Like, I mean, because one mistake, all of a sudden now you're behind, and now you become more predictable because you got to throw the ball, right? But if you control the ground game, you know what I mean? You go on like we did with the Commanders, 10-play drives, 12-play drive, 15-play drive. Shoot, by the time the fourth quarter come, it's Barkley time. It's a run game, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's when the holes get opened up, and bam, we put the game away. But, like, I don't believe that we should come out throwing the ball. Yes, you throw the ball, but quick screens. Beat them at their own game. Quick slants, man. You got A.J. Brown. That's not going to – you know what I mean? Hey, can't nobody cover A.J. Brown. So, but I think this is going to be a Devontae Smith game. Like, the past couple of games, he's been pretty quiet. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of missed throws from Jalen Hurts, though, because, hey, Smith be open, but Hurts is not looking his way. But I'm telling you right now, Devontae Smith is going off this game. So if you're a fantasy player, put him in your fantasy, put him in your parlays. Devontae Smith is going to be the wide receiver, get more receptions and more receiving yards. And this game is Devontae Smith because you could put him anywhere to slide outside, take the roof, you know what I mean, take the top off anywhere. So, but also run the ball. So that's what I want to see the offense do. Like, I want to see a lot of motion, get the Rams confused a little bit, and use Jalen Hurts. Don't forget, we played this team last year. Just go grab the tape from last year, right? I mean, their offense is not that different. On their offense, they're not changed 100%.
And their defense don't got a Von Miller on it no more.
And I think Puka was there last year when we played him. So we played Puka and Cup last year. So look, and we beat them last year, so we could do it again. So
yeah, the keys to this one is Jalen Hurts don't turn over the football, because I've noticed when he doesn't turn over the football, we win football games. Period. That's where it starts and it ends. It's Jalen Hurts keeping that ball safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't turn over the football. Just manage the game. It's like, I'm not calling him a game manager, but you're going to make your plays on the ground. You're going to make your nice throws. But like you said, start off the game handing off the ball to Saquon Barkley. Because even that we've seen last game, like you said, we started off, the runs weren't that great in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We're getting 3 yards. But that's our offensive line pounding on their defensive line for 3 quarters. In that fourth quarter, what happened, like you said? Boom. Now they're tired.
Oh, real quick.
Yes.
Hey, that rookie that they got is Jalen McLeod. He's a safety. He got 4 interceptions. So
Jalen McLeod.
Yeah, McLeod. McClough. McLeod, whatever his name. So that's the rookie. Not a DB, but the rookie.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my bad.
So, and like I said, just feed Saquon, baby. I feel like that should be the game plan going into every game here on. It's November, about to be December, and in November, December, football is running that rock. Put all the weight on the offensive line. Let these boys snowplow everybody. Just keep feeding the rock to Saquon. Let him go on an MVP run these last 7 games. Let's push him for MVP. Jalen had his chance to win MVP. He didn't get it. But let's push Saquon because he has a chance too. And let's go ahead and push him through because we do got the offensive line to make that happen. So, feed him. Just feed Quan. You know what I'm saying? You need to make a shirt. Feed Quan. That's all you need to do in November, December is feed your running game. And it will open up, Smitty. It will open up, AJ. AJ's going to always – it seems like AJ, no matter what, if you're feeding Saquon or not, he's going to get open. He's going to get a touchdown. Or he's going to get a nice play, have nice stats by the end of the game. So, just jump on these guys early and let the defense just pin their ears back and get after Matthew Stafford for the rest of the game. Let them play catch-up this whole game. And I think we'd be all right, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think they're good enough to beat us. Can they beat us? Yes. Do I believe they beat us? No. I don't think it's a blowout, but I think it could be possibly a 10-point win. It could be like, 21-31, something like that, where we definitely pull away in the second half of this football game from running the ball in the first half of this football game. So,
yeah, as far as the defense goes, man, our defensive line needs to show up. Our defensive line needs to show up because, look, Kyrie Williams, man, Kyrie Williams, he's a very good a running back. Not only do I have him in fantasy, I had him last year too. This dude has rushed for 750 yards already. He got 8 touchdowns, 3 fumbles, and 2 lost fumbles. So he do put the ball on the ground a little bit, but hey, look, he's still a big back that could catch the ball also. He also got 25 receptions for 131 yards out of 31 targets. So we need to be aware, man. Our linebacker Bond, right? Bond, this is going to be a good test for Bond because he like to leak off the backfield, and when Matthew Stafford is in trouble, little quick dump off. So definitely,
because he likes to be leaky in coverage. He's been playing good this year, but the reason why he's not at the level of a Bond is because he is sometimes leaky in the coverage. So with Kobe need to make sure he played like he played the last couple of games, sticking on these guys, these running backs and tight ends out of the backfield. So let's do some hot takes. And obviously I gave you my score prediction, but you can give your score prediction and we get some hot takes. Everybody hit that like, hit that subscribe wherever you're at. All you guys on any other social media, come hit us up on, YouTube and hit that like, hit that subscribe over there as well. Share all this content to everybody that's an Eagle fan. So hot takes, and we're out of here with score predictions and hot takes.
Yeah, look, I'm going back to Devontae Smith. I think this is a 110, 120 yard game for Devontae Smith, and not all of it going to be deep bombs either. I just think he's going to catch a quick slant and take it to the house. I just feel this is a Devontae Smith game. I think that Dallas Goedert, he's also the forgotten guy on this team. He also going to have a big game. I see him going for 75 yards and a touchdown, and I see Saquon Barkley rushing for 130 yards, you know what I mean? And this time I should get 2 touchdowns. And guess what? 0 tush push. Not one. Not one for a touchdown, though. Not none for a touchdown. But look, I think that Barkley is going to get out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the 5.
Yeah, you gonna say, all right, look, and we're not at the one. We're not at the one yet. So I would get the ball, and then he's gonna pound the ball in. 0 tush push for a touchdown. But yeah, you want me to give the score prediction?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I see the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, look, this might be the closest game because that's how talented their offense is. So I'm going to show them respect. I think the Eagles is going to win this game 27-21.
Ooh, I like it. See, last week I said Barkley was going to be that guy, right? I said he's going to get 225 and 3 touchdowns. He had a little bit under 202. He was still the guy, though. And I'm going to say that MVP run keeps going. Barkley will go over 200 this year, this game. He will
But
go
rushing yards?
all-purpose yards again.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say all-purpose because he can catch the ball too. He had a nice couple catches. So Barkley over 200 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns again. You know, even though he got 198 last week, I'm gonna say again because it's pretty much 2 again this week, and we definitely gonna be dominant on that run game. I'm gonna say Jalen Carter gets to Matthew Stafford 3 times this game.
Oh, okay. I like it.
3 times again. I think this is a Jay Carter game. You know, Jordan Davis will be getting the double teams like he's been doing, and Carter's going to actually get after these guys because I don't think they have an offensive line as big and as dominant as they've been playing before. I think Jalen Carter's get 3 sacks. And I'm going to say it because I haven't said it in a while and he still hasn't done it. Quinyon Mitchell gets his first interception. You know what I'm saying? He gets his first interception because Dejean got him. You know, everybody else got him. He needs to get his first. And I can't believe Dejean didn't play for like 5 games. And then he came and got it way before Q. So Q will get off that snide. He's going to get him an interception. You know what? And since it's his first, he's going to get 2 on Matthew Stafford. If Matthew can try to test him again. You know, because we got Puka or Cup, he's going to try to test the rookie. And I think he gonna live up to that challenge. He's going to get 2 picks, you know, in the secondary. And then this defense, you know, going to hold the Rams to 21 points, man. I think that's what's going to be, you know.
Look, hey, Matthew Stafford had 13 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, been sacked 21 times. So, I mean, look, let's add to that total, all right? And let's add to the, you know, interception total and the sack total. I definitely think to seal the game. Remember how last year Hassan Reddick went around the corner, sack him, and turnover on downs. We got the ball back.
Yeah.
Look, this is my final hot take right here. The forgotten man, Bryce Huff, is going to seal this game. Off the edge, he's going to get a sack, a strip fumble, Matthew Stafford to seal the game. That's how we're going to win 27-21. See, they was going to have the ball to drive down. But Bryce Huff.
You know what? I like how you just did that. I want to give one more hot take.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be the sealer because Bryce is not the sealer on this team. There's only one sealer on this team, and his name is Reed Blankenship. Blankenship is going to come in the 4th when they're trying to come back, you know, and get that 10-point lead and break it down to a 3-point lead. And Blankenship gonna do his baseball slide, his famous baseball slide.
His eagle dive.
And the eagle dive for the pick, and he's gonna end the game. It's not gonna be over, but that's gonna be the play that pretty much ends it for us. And we're gonna just go ahead and run out the rest of the clock. So hey, those are our hot takes. It's gonna be a hot game this week. Hope everybody enjoys it. I think it's Sunday night football too, right?
Yep, it's Sunday night
football, the last game. Yeah, it's gonna be prime time, baby. I'll be watching it. You know, we might even do a live stream. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna see what Sunday's like for me. But might even do a live stream on that because it's gonna be a prime time Sunday night game, man. It's gonna be awesome, man. So, like I always say at the end of our videos, fly Eagles, fly.
And thanks for watching.
We out. Peace.
Going on, everybody, man, and welcome to the very, 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 very first episode of The Truth, where not all Eagle fans agree on everything, and this is definitely the spot where this shit about to go down.
Oh yes, able, oh yes, I'm stable, oh yes, no label, oh yes, you know me, I have only the best.
Going on, everybody, man.